Depression. We're on the right floor now, though.
This is where the labs are supposed to be.
I knew you'd make it.
Eva?
Yes, I'm here if you need me.
I don't see a microphone. How are you hearing me?
I don't know.
Creepy. If the civilian commandant A demonstrates incompetence, endangers the completion of the EVE project, leaves the colony to disarray, places continued existence in danger, fails to meet production quotas for consecutive months. B exhibits signs of incapacity, mental or physical illness, rendering them incapable of performing their duties, he must be eliminated and a replacement chosen. This is starting to get, like, actually kind of, like, creepy and unsettling now. Elevator. Terrifying elevator. Am I not going in there? Do I have to interact with something? Hello? Something over here? What camera? Oh, here we go. This is a key.
How are you talking through this?
What do you mean?
It looks like a portable camera.
That's so cool. Now I'll be able to see everything you see.
Can you open the gate for me?
Yeah, I can, but I need its serial number. Try looking for an electrical panel connected to it.
There it
Hold
is.
still. I have to type it in. Okay, got it. It should be open now.
Hooray!
We're unstoppable.
That was a little unsettling.
By the way, I heard everything is set down there in that food processing place.
Oh.
I just wanted to tell you that I understand. I know what it's like to be left alone. Things stop making sense and you think everything's hopeless, but you have to keep going. Especially now, when we're so close. The control room is somewhere on this level.
Oop. Game froze for a hot second there.
I'm pretty sure that's not the way.
Oh, it wants me to go that way. I'm gonna go this way anyways. Oh, it literally won't let me. I have to somehow squeeze through here.
Are those the labs?
It looks more like a prison to me.
So this is
So this is where they
the
kept the criminals.
second
I don't
last
seem to have any
chapter.
control over this place. Its core architecture is much older than anything else around here. It's not even connected to the mainframe.
You know a lot about this stuff.
Well, I have a lot of time on my hands just sitting here.
There's something in there to interact with. Here too, but I can't get in anywhere. I'll probably have to find something that opens the doors.
They needed permission to go downstairs. They were issued a one-use punch card for good behavior. So, if we want to go downstairs, we'll have to find an unused punch card. Try opening up the cells.
Yeah, okay, let me read this. Each matron taking part in the Kildare Intelligence program will be granted a one-use punch card for good behavior. A one-use punch card can be exchanged for visits to the first floor of the complex. Good behavior merits can be gained by abiding by the following rules: curfew, hygiene, medicine intake, nutrition. The above-mentioned rules are subject to change by the attending physicians. Not abiding by the instructions of the attending physicians may be punishable by death. Holy shit. Matrons.
Let's grab the punch card and get out of here.
Anything else in here?
What does this mean?
That the prisoners who were kept here were all fertile women.
Why?
I don't know.
As a specialist in the field of dentistry, I would like to turn your attention to the teeth-related aspects of your program. Research has shown over 90% of Polish women suffer from tooth decay and other dental diseases, negatively affecting their reproductive capacity. Dental diseases delay the onset of pregnancy and are significant factors in miscarriages and low birth weight. Oral hygiene must be meticulously maintained during pregnancy. Bile sped up during morning sickness destroys enamel. Women must rinse their mouths with water after each expulsion. I suggest each woman admitted to the program undergoes full dental treatment before being sent to the farm. Once there, they must be supplied with oral hygiene supplies and supervised in their use. This feels like a forced birthing thing. But my question is, why would they be using Polish women? Because of what I remember, they thought that the Polish were like lesser than them. Unless they wanted to like have like a servant class. Because you did have like the Untermensch.
Look, this one hasn't been used at all.
How convenient.
The women here were only allowed to go downstairs a couple of times, and this woman never even used her pass.
Never got around to it. But yeah, this is all very dystopian feeling, but you know, I guess that makes sense. It's my third day here, and still I marvel at the conditions in this place. Everything is clean to the point of sterility. The Germans treat us with a measure of...
The world outside where the prison seems like a better option.
The Germans treat us with a measure of politeness, and the food is fantastic. I have never eaten such frequent, delicious, filling meals. Plus, they see we get enough physical activity and maintain proper hygiene. They even make sure we brush our teeth after every meal. Before I was brought here, they subjected me to every medical examination imaginable. It would be like a wonderful vacation, except I still do not know where I am, nor why I am here, and I have no one to talk to about it all. I share my room with Stefa, but as soon as we enter it, she begins crying into her pillow. I try to speak to the other girls in the cafeteria, but they only point to the walls with an easy look in their eyes. Is someone eavesdropping? It seems I'll have to survive a while longer without conversation. At least I have you, dear diary. Oh, so she doesn't even know what she's here for. Oh yeah, that's a lot of level of creepy. Although basically everyone except for this dude's mother didn't live, so that's...
This one is used up.
Sure is, bud. Okay, that's the way I came.
That's a lot of crossword puzzles. Okay. A four-letter word for heaven it's not.
Hell.
Hell. That's it. Damn, even the crossword puzzles here are depressing.
Although, none of them look like they're 4 letters across. Or down. So where is it supposed to be put? Although it's probably just a generic image and it doesn't actually have anything to do with what the people are actually saying.
Those paintings.
Read about them.
My mom used to draw something like that.
It's probably just a coincidence.
I doubt it. The hell is that? It's very pretty. I don't know how to pronounce any of these. Oh.
That's my mom's name. She was one of the prisoners. Why did she never mention it to me?
Probably because you are a child. I am for grateful for what you did for me. He looks exactly how I remember him. I was terrified when I realized that I was starting to forget him. But now, thanks to you, I don't have to worry anymore. He'll always be with me. I'm writing this to you because I know you don't like to talk about it, but I hope one day you also get to experience what it means to be a mother. Those brief moments that we share with our children make all the suffering we go through worthwhile. I am praying to any God that is listening that they bless you with a child. Yours, Zosia. I wonder who that is.
Here's another one.
Looks like it's all used up.
Yes, there's only the one that we saw in that one room. The person never used it. I'm curious about what those, what the visits could be. And also, what's the farm? Can I get it back? No? Alright.
I'm glad that's over. Wait, that tree. It looks familiar.
What tree? Oh, that one. I can see his, glasses in the reflection there.
This is it? This is what they were denied? The right to meet their own children?
That's fucking depressing.
I've tried to be brave, but this is too much for me. Call for me when you're out of there.
God, imagine you have a child and you can't even see them. So I'm guessing she hadn't used up her punch card because she didn't have one. Like, how she just fucking pieced out of this. Children involved in the program must pass a rigorous selection process. As a first step, children with Aryan traits should be identified. They will be passed to real German families or, once the program is underway, to the colonists. The remaining children should, by the time they are 5 years old at the latest, be split into 3 groups. Those with above average intelligence as measured on the DISC, subjected to programming. Those with normal intelligence prepared for field labor or factory work. Those in any manner mentally different, placed in the T4 program. No, points does not apply to autistic children. They are difficult to manage but score impressively in testing. I wonder what the T4 program is. I wonder if that's just like termination, like you just, oh, they don't have the right ability to think about things, fucking get rid of them. Unless they're autistic. Which, thanks for that. Like, I'm not autistic, I don't think. But, thanks. Acting Civilian Commandant of Gesellschaft Shelter. I wish to inform you that Ulrika Haas, one of our educators, has gone louder in expressing her discontent with the conditions at her school. She feels that cozy environments, exquisite food, learning through play, frequent physical activity, ample leisure time, and state-of-the-art medical care should not be wasted on Slavic swine. Oh. She complains that her own children, Aryans who can trace their heritage back at least 7 generations, live much more modestly and without such extensive pedagogical aids. Furthermore, by their education is frequently interrupted by the need to take shelter from enemy bombing raids. Okay. Your children also aren't prisoners, lady.
I think this is the way out.
From
Well, that's
the
the way
looks of it, the control room should be just beyond the dam.
Come on, let me open the thing. Oh. That's incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Eva,
Yes?
could you open the door for me like you did before?
Are you sure you want me to do that? Knowing this place, it can be any...
Yes, I do.
Okay, then.
I want to know what's going on. Like, stop being so whiny. Oh, so this is where they give birth, I suppose.
They were inseminating women here.
How do you know this?
I knew coming in here was a bad idea.
My hope is that they were doing it in the artificial insemination way and not raping women way. Although it's like, you can't tell really, although there is a syringe here.
A classroom.
I wish to call to your attention a matter which I believe is of the utmost importance to the program you oversee. Cutting-edge research by Helga Goebbels indicating teaching children to play musical instruments has a very positive effect on their intelligence, particularly their linguistic ability and spatial perception. This research findings and methodology can be found in Helga Goebbels' fascinating doctoral dissertation written by the young woman under the tutelage of my husband and soon to be defended. Thus, out of concern for the proper mental development of our young colonists, I ask that a grand piano be included in the colony supplies, for such an instrument provides the best way to practice one's scales and thus enter the broader musical world. My husband is a fervent proponent of this idea. Okay. Did they get one? It doesn't look like they did. Bonk. How is that still working? Is that a piece of paper I can touch? Doesn't look like it. Nope, it's just a piece of paper that exists. I just turned my head and my neck cracked.
It's never easy, is it?
Nope.
We'll have to find a way around.
Well, of course.
What is this place? Eva?
I grew up here.
Ah, you're one of the children born to this program.
In the village in the mountains?
I did.
And you thought this was it?
Szymon, this isn't funny. What is going on here?
I don't know. Are you sure this is the place?
It is. At least I think it is. I don't know what to believe anymore.
Ah. Old Mrs. Piasnik begrudged you a sacrifice. I heard her say it. Told her husband he was a fool to give you meat. Why not old bread if we got to give something, she said. Anyways, she only gives anything so people don't call her cheap. So please, mighty Veles, punish her like she deserves, and reward me, your faithful servant, always looking after you, with health, good fortune, and that ring with the red gem Miss Piasnik got off that German woman and surely does not deserve. Oh, okay. Wow, what a selfish little twit. No, I don't want to read it again. Go away.
This place looks really nice.
You don't have to humor me.
I mean,
I
it
wonder
looks...
what happened to all the people who lived here with me.
They're dead.
It looks like they're gone for good.
Build a statue like it's no small thing. Don't get me wrong, I built all sorts of crap in my time. When I framed and roofed a summer villa for the chief of police in I'm Not Even Gonna Try, he nearly wet himself with admiration when he saw it. I stayed out of the camp because of that, unlike my predecessor who botched the job. Those forms I made out outside Lagoda for the underground bunkers that housed Major Speedy's partisans. They took a bombing and still didn't bust. But a statue? What am I? Some kind of log-chopping wood carver? No, I'm a carpenter, damn it. Lucien might know his stuff about the gods, but he doesn't know shit about wood. Although, I suppose when the gods are involved, it's best not to make a fuss. Oh, well, I guess I'll hack out a statue for him. Well, you tried. Latrines.
And what's here?
This is where we used to gather. My father performed rituals at that altar. They were preparing a ritual for a successful journey.
So they left without you?
It looks like they didn't finish the ceremony. It's missing some offerings. Without them, the journey won't be successful.
So, do you want me to finish the ceremony?
You know what? Yes, I do.
What do we need?
2 things. An animal offering and a sacred item. What should we start with?
Let's start with an animal offering. Where can we find something like that?
We have to get creative.
I saw some meat in that food processing place.
No, that's too far away. I have an idea. Go behind the stage, there's a workshop there.
And we will find the food offering there?
Sort of.
Oh, toys.
Are you
There's a
sure
little...
this will work?
Don't worry, it's just about symbolism. Let's look for that sacred item. Go to the bedrooms, you'll find it there.
I guess the
Why
bedrooms are
there
this
so
way.
many toys there?
All the children grew up, and because of the radiation, no new ones were born. Now straight ahead. The youngest was Antek. When he turned 12, he became an adult.
12 as an adult. That's,
What am I looking for?
My hairpin.
What does the hairpin look like?
My father carved it in the shape of a bison. At least that's what he said it was. This is where I last saw it.
I can't find it.
I guess we'll have to find something else instead.
How about the ring on the drawer?
what ring? Oh, this.
Yes, that could work. You just have to bless it, but that's not going to be difficult. It looks like we have everything. We can go back to the altar now. I wonder what happened to that hairpin.
Maybe they took it.
No, they knew how important it was to me.
I'm sure it will turn up somewhere.
Put the offerings in the bowls. Now bless the items, and the ritual will be complete.
How do I do that?
Just say a few words. Something profound. The gods like that.
How about... No matter how dark the night, a new day sun will rise.
Yeah, that works. I think we did it. Their journey should be successful now. Wherever they went. Thank you for doing this for me.
Most likely they died.
Since you grew up here, and the people from that recording moved here, did you recognize any of them? Like Lucien?
That scientist? I don't remember anyone like that. At least I don't think I do.
Grant me the gift of motherhood. Let me savor the sight of my own child as he learns to walk and talk, as he grows and supports me and my husband in our old age. I tried treating myself with primrose oil, flaxseed oil, and chastewood extract. An herbalist friend gave me a mixture of lady's mantle, yarrow root leaves, yellow melilot, lavender, calamus root, marigold flower, hops, and rose hip. Nothing helped. The years go by, and I fear my womb will soon be barren. I vow if I am granted offspring, I'll raise them to revere and worship you to the end of their days. You are my last hope. Well.
ritual. Their journey should be safe now. And maybe ours will be too.
EK.
Those are my initials.
Did you do that?
No, Antek carved it for me. He got such a talking to after.
What does the K stand for?
I don't remember.
Her last name. I'm sure horrific things happened to her. Offered into the computer to be its new artificial intelligence or such. Not again! Oh, there we go. How is this all here, like, this far underground? My suspension of belief only goes so far, you know?
And what's here?
Something isn't right about this place.
What do you mean?
I just don't remember being here.
We just immediately went. I didn't do that at all.
The tree.
It's the same as the one in your mom's drawings.
How does she know that?
That's Lucian, the man you're looking for. And there's the Monica. They look like they were friends.
He changed.
He definitely got older.
Who's taking these? Lucian, my husband to be.
Oh, that is one cute baby.
It's me!
Sonas, your photo fits the empty space. But that doesn't make any sense. It would mean that the baby is you?
Makes perfect sense to me. Why not just take that with you? Buddy! Memories and shit. It is very pretty.
I can't imagine what you're going through learning that Lucian is your father.
I mean, he already expected it.
And I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, just... Yeah, okay.
That got weird. I feel like there's like bits missing, or like it feels like they're in like the wrong order almost.
Study.
I leave this with you. When the time comes,
Safe.
it is the gods that will judge my actions. I will stand before them. I will look them in the eyes, and I will not blink, because I know that one cannot have a higher purpose than devoting their whole life to saving their loved ones.
My dear friends, no, that's not it. Bracia I siostry. Yes, much better. Bracia I siostry.
Brothers and sisters, I guess.
Recently, there have been many events that have left us at a loss for words. Things that lack any rational explanation. Recoveries from illness that seemed impossible. The appearance of farm animals that were thought to be extinct. I have long believed that someone has been watching over us. Still, I was afraid to share my thoughts. That is, until now.
Lucian!
Fate has brought us here to the land of Veles, the Slavic god of water and the underworld.
Lucian, obiad.
Give me a moment, please. You know I get nervous before these things.
I'm sorry, just hurry up, it's getting cold.
Weird. Brothers and sisters, we do not know when we shall leave this bunker. We must fend for ourselves, and it warms my heart to see the spirit of camaraderie among us each and every day. Yet events have transpired that are hard to explain rationally. Laurent Pen... I give up. Found a new tunic when his old one could no longer be patched up. Banachua found a new hoe after her old one broke, and Jedrick returned to health, though we never knew what afflicted him or how to cure it. The list goes on. I had the feeling that someone is watching over us and recently has given us a sign. Fate's tangled path has brought us to the kingdom of Veles, the Slavic god of the waters of the underworld, yet also of song and poetry. I feel it is he who is behind all of these marvels. He is giving us signs that we will believe. Let us erect an altar and statue to worship him, so that we may win his favor and his aid. How do you go from this to like you know that there's an artificial intelligence and stuff doing everything, but how do you go from that to believing that it's a god? Ugh.
Can we talk about what just happened?
I don't think I want to. Let's just focus on our goal. The control room should be close.
Sure.
I guess, I mean, it is called depression, so he has to be a miserable bastard.
As far as I remember,
Where did they all go?
they must have left just before you got here.
Probably long
I don't
before
think
he
they're
got
telling the
here.
truth.
Yeah,
So, you grew up here, underground. Do you remember the world outside?
Sure I do. Before the bombs hit, I had a normal life on the surface.
Before the bombs hit? Wasn't that like 20 years ago? That doesn't make any sense.
I guess for people who died. This one doesn't even have a picture. I don't know what I'm looking at exactly. Oh, this one has pictures. There's a puppy. Aww.
No!
That was your friend, wasn't it?
Was he really so young when it happened?
And what happened? Eva?
Come on. Doesn't look like there's any more of those. Oop. Game froze a bit there.
Is this the right path?
I don't know.
I don't want to be here anymore.
It can't be much further.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Help me.
I don't know how.
Is the kid dying?
Eva? Your name's on the grave. What's going on here?
I don't remember. I don't want to remember.
Who's Colinda, though?
Eva? Eva, if he's your father, then I will say you, sis. Whether you want me to or not.
Siblings! So my guess, like, the kids were, like, offered up into the machine to be the artificial intelligence. Woo, I walked through that. I'm surprised that we haven't started the final chapter, which would be acceptance, yet. Although maybe that'll just be like, that one might be really short and it'll just be like the very end of the game, I suppose. Or maybe they just won't have it at all, like nobody ever accepts anything that happened. Wouldn't that be a twist? Ah, my frame rate. God, I don't even want to know what the recording is gonna look like, but even just watching this, the frames are getting really bad. Ooh, oh god, I don't like how this looks. Eh. Let me up. Yeah, that noise is really annoying. Not a fan, guys. Oh, it suddenly got really muted. Thank you. Almost look like stars, but not quite. Oh, I guess I have to jump down there then. This will definitely go well. Oh, well, at least I don't have to jump far. Oop. Eh. In we go. There's the tree again. Human anatomy, what's it? What's this say? What does Düsseldorf mean? I don't know what any of this is. I can't read it. I guess it's not really necessary. That's helpful. Okay, I don't see anything else I can interact with. Okay, guess here we go. She is the computer. I said so. Host Eva, 86% operational. Host 1 inactive, 0% operational. Defect log, November 9th, 1967. Replaying available system recording.
Together. I made sure of that, but I can't shake the feeling that I'm forgetting something. Stop. The faithful need not be afraid. The faithful are protected. It's cause and effect. Cause and effect. As for the others, we must hope for the best and prepare for the worst. If anything happens, just remember to monitor their heart rates. There's no need for anything drastic.
Enabling Overwatch mode. Successful. Scanning for weapons. Threat level low. Enabling audio detection.
Welcome to our humble home. My heart rejoices to see us all together as sisters and brothers. You were all summoned here to proclaim your allegiance to the gods. That was the agreement, and you have stood by your word. We who have been blessed by the gods will prove the power of our faith to the doubtful.
Ooh, threat level moderate. The village. Alert, alert. Switch to overview. Critical something. It's too small to really see what's going on.
Damn fools! Zostaw mnie! Zostaw mnie! Kurwa!
I don't know what that means.
You haven't the slightest idea. You will feel the wrath of the gods.
Keywords detected. Wrath of the Gods. Voice command. Recognize emergency sedative release. Activated. Unfaithful. Faithful. Sedative level. Warning. Sedative level high. Risk of lethal dose. Low. Medium. Emergency sedative release. Deactivated. Risk of lethal dose. Medium to low. Unauthorized colonists detected at main core. Warning. Physical damage detected. Communication system malfunction, medical clinic malfunction, ventilation system malfunction, warning sedative level high, risk of lethal dose, I think it went low to high, so people died. Dominica interfered with the system and everyone died because the sedative basically just killed everybody, I'm guessing. Threat level critical. Lockdown successful. Isolated in buffer zone.
This is it for me, huh? Do what you want. I refuse to be part of your twisted little fantasy any longer.
Warning, multiple deaths detected on the upper floor. Cardiac arrest, sedative overdose, body count. A lot. Cause identified, ventilation system malfunction, enabling jurisdiction. We also identified Dominica. Lockdown.
The unfaithful are no more. They brought the wrath of the gods upon themselves. Do you understand? They are to blame. But we're still together. Everyone who matters is alright. What happened to her?
Eh. Shh. Scared the piss out of me. What changed? Do I just... Do I go back in here and go to a different floor or what? I guess so. Still haven't moved to a different chapter. That's... Don't like that noise. Backup generator is off. Let's turn it on. Presuming that that's what that is. House is disconnected. Status is now on. Backup generator on. Available operation, open doors. I can't seem to interact with it at all. Unless it's just gonna do that. If I interact with it, I guess. Yeah, it's opened up. It said manual, I think. Access denied. Access granted. Okay. I'm always curious about when a game will just have a bottomless pit into fucking nowhere. Like, where does this go? It just goes on forever, as far as I can tell. I don't like these unsettling noises. I like how I can just walk right through that. That's great. Dear Professor, preliminary research indicates that the rapid consumption of biocomponents is due to stress caused by constant stimulation from electrical impulses combined with the enormous amount of information being processed. Excessive stress promotes hypothalamic, pituitary, adrenal axis activity, in turn causing the excretion of, among others, cortisol, thereby damaging the hippocampus. No further factual data is available at this time. Regarding our hypotheses, we currently have one. The excellent conditions in which the biocomponents are raised increases the processing power of the system to which they are attached, and the use of solely positive reinforcement during rearing increases the release of dopamine and creates an addiction to it. This contributes to a lack of stress resistance and coping mechanisms. We shall investigate the effect of introducing more stressogenic rearing method. I have heard some people say that acute stress, like short-term stress, is actually good for you, but like long-term stress is what's bad.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Eva. Happy birthday to you. I've got a present for you. This is your little brother. You'll never be alone again. You just have to give him some time before he's big enough to join you. Do you mean you don't want him to?
Who are you talking to?
I'm just talking to a sweet little boy. I can't get enough of him.
He wanted me to join her. But where?
To run the machines. Oop. Go to energy overload probably means I can't open the other doors. Dr. Rudolf Schroeder noted in his findings that the biocomponents hippocampus suffered the most stress during excessive use of the system. What he failed to notice was there are numerous ways to counter the stress through non-invasive methods. Precautions such as limiting the number of operations the biocomponent can work on simultaneously or applying a shift work system for the most day-to-day operation greatly decrease the stress the biocomponent is subjected to. We have already exceeded the longevity of the most durable biocomponents by a factor of 10. This is even more impressive considering that we are only operating with a single host. Unfortunately, there is no denying that there is a substantial deterioration in the biocomponent's memory. Delusions are also becoming increasingly frequent. For this reason, and this reason alone, I have decided to conduct a physical procedure. Injecting the biocomponent with a modified version of a drug cocktail the Nazis formulated to create an uber soldier is, I must say, rather worrying, since social experiments are to be carried out, but the situation is dire. Ooh. Yeah, that was mentioned previously in that area.
So this is where you spend all of your time.
Dominika?
I came to talk.
Not right now.
I know we haven't seen eye to eye for a very long time, but I wanted to put our differences aside and come here to extend my condolences.
Thank you. But I have to get back to work.
That's the other thing I wanted to talk to you about. People at the processing plant are worried. No one's seen you since the funeral.
I've been busy. As I said, I need to get back to work.
I understand that's how you operate, but this obsession... it's not healthy.
Wait. The plant isn't overloading the system, is it?
No. Everything's working fine. People are calling it a miracle.
Good. Good.
I can't imagine what it's like to lose a child.
Dominika, I don't have time for it.
Time for what? Grieving the death of your daughter?
Ooh.
You don't understand. I can still do something.
She's gone, Lucian. You can't bring her back. There's not going to be a second miracle.
Just you wait and see.
So
Oh, interesting. His voice is still tied to there. So yeah, he got all the machinery working by using his own daughter. It is undeniable that the drugs used by the Nazis have beneficial results on the host when, and I cannot stress enough how important this is, used correctly. Any alteration to the formula, however slight, could be fatal. I found the side effects to be particularly useful, especially considering the current situation among the colonists. There may come a point at which we may need to defend ourselves. Its gas form, however, is not easy to contain, which is why I deemed it necessary to create a vaccine which I will administer to the believers. There is no reason to risk the well-being of those who decided to trust me. I just need to make sure they take it, but that should not be difficult. They will do anything if they think it will strengthen their faith in the gods. A medically enhanced ritual wine should do just fine. I wonder if it ended up making everybody, like, infertile as a result. Because people are saying that, like, nobody's able to have a kid. No. Okay, yeah, it just straight up. But I can't, like, turn off any of the doors, which is really weird. Like, just let me turn it off so I can open other doors. But I guess that's what the... Oh, that'll go down. I guess that's what this ladder's for. So I can see the other areas, maybe? I don't know. Oh no, this just goes to a different section. There's Eva! If that isn't her, I will be very surprised. I don't think you can save her. Which is why... What's the point of opening things when there's nothing in there? Come on, guys. The Nazi neurobiological research team sought to transfer information between the hippocampal neurons responsible for memory and spatial perception. Previously, 3 methods for achieving this were known. The Nazi team, however, discovered a 4th via the jumping of electrical impulses. They experimented on human hippocampal cross-sections and found that low-level vibration can generate magnetic poles, which in turn activate neighboring cells. Neurons thus may communicate without electrochemical synaptic transmission even when surgically separated. Therefore, neuron signals within the brain can be transmitted without any actual contact. This was the foundation of how they handled the communication between the 2 biocomponents. The 2 most durable hosts were connected between March 1945 and August 1947. They lasted longer and were more efficient than any other pair of biocomponents. The Nazis never made the connection as to why they functioned better than any previous pair of hosts. The host names are Alex Sikorsky and Mikhail Sikorsky, siblings. So, what's his name was having kids for the sole purpose of linking them up? That's bleak. But I want to go into the other room. Like, why can't I just turn off some of the doors? Like, it doesn't make any sense that I can't just, like, close the door so I can open a different one. Because it looks like there's all sorts of information in there. Irritating. Come on, let me click the thingy. There we go. I don't want it. I do not want it. No thank you. Is there really no way to open the third door? Like, what is it even important that you can? Like, I don't know, it feels like that one has like all the interesting stuff, like it has more rooms and everything, but I can't open it because this silly system, like that doesn't make any sense. Because it saved after I went in the second door. So, like... Doesn't look like there's anything interactable in here, though. But I want to go in. Irritating. Like, I guess I could restart this chapter and go through it again, but I don't want to. This chapter's really long. I just want to look around, though. I don't understand that as a design choice. Because this is not a game that is particularly interesting for you to go through more than once. As far as I can tell, it's not like anything meaningful happens when you do different